long there. You let that go longer than I thought. What's happening,
cool
fam? Merry
so it puts us
Christmas.
going underneath the TV.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is cool. That was really cool.
I don't know how long I have because we're in prime gift opening session.
Oh my gosh, it is prime opening session. I can't believe that you're here right now. This is great.
And then 20, what do we got? We got 28 minutes left. It's probably all going to be open by then, and I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, I know. I hear it. Well, you can be there. You don't have to be here right now.
Oh, no, this is also important to me, but less so.
Oh, okay.
But I just want to say hi and Merry Christmas. And I hope you guys have an awesome day with lots of cool gifts. And I hope that you get at least 5 minutes per opened gift without moving on to the next one.
Nope, not at all. Not any chance whatsoever. We're already through it. They're playing with it. They're all happy. I think we have dolls. What is the gift of the season right now? What is it? Was it Tickle Me Elmo still?
I can't tell you because it's not open yet. But it is big, and all 3 girls can use it. Right now we're just on stockings. Girls, say hi to Uncle Ryan.
Hi.
What's up? Hey, can I get like a cheer? Be like, Uncle Ryan, Uncle Ryan.
Uncle Ryan.
Thank you.
There you go. Junie's into it.
That's the way to do it. Thanks, Junie. That's what we need.
Are you done? Did you open everything?
It's all done. I'm making some sourdough for the fam. I'm making some sourdough chocolate chip cookies for the fam. I'm making some sourdough pancakes for the fam. There's a theme here, and it's Christmas. It's Christmas theme. Say hi, Sloan.
Hey.
Sloan. Merry Christmas,
Mine
Sloan.
ate all the chips.
Girls, say Merry Christmas, Sloan.
Merry Christmas, Sloan.
Hear them saying
Hey.
that. Nice.
Hi.
Hi.
Good morning. Wish we were together, Sloan. And I'm sure you would wish we were together.
I can't hear anything, but you can hear everything. Oops.
Is it Uncle Jack?
Hey, Aunt Lolo.
He said, "Hey, Aunt Lolo."
Thanks for the presents. I didn't give you something.
It's a busy day. So wait, hold on. Before you go,
Yes.
what's the rest of the day bringing us? Are we doing other people? Are they coming over? Are you going somewhere?
No, we are alone. We have mostly dodged the flu.
Oh, nice.
We just have some stuffy noses and some coughing. I sprung for a big brisket. I'm gonna smoke a brisket.
That's what you gotta do. Got some food. It's going down.
It's just us. It's like the first year we haven't had visitors on Christmas, which although we miss people, it's also kind of nice sometimes to just chill. So hopefully the girls will get some time, just do some gift things. I've been cross stitching. Have you tried cross stitching? It is relaxing.
I have not. But is that definitely something that we all have to do?
If you want to. I just cross stitched the raccoon Mario last night. It was great.
Oh, nice. Okay. We got to show us when you're done.
Kristen, what'd you say? Oh, okay. But I'm probably going to go because we are going to get breakfast going while the girls are enjoying some of the first gifts. And here's Kira mostly through the flu.
Kira, you feeling okay? You doing all right there?
Kind of.
Okay. Well, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Many, many awesome Christmas wishes to everybody and the couch. Thank you for jumping on with us. And I feel honored that you're listening to my words. And I feel honored to be on here with Ryan every morning. So I hope you guys all have an awesome Christmas.
Go enjoy it, man. Enjoy it.
Oh, did you get those things I emailed you?
Oh, yeah, I did. I have to go.
Oh, you got a cup.
That's from you guys.
Oh, good. I knew that.
Yeah. we have our rural mom mug. Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
It falls easily, and it hurts toes a lot.
Oh,
Sloan
all right.
just showed us her mug that she got. But enjoy it.
Go enjoy sometimes your kids. This is it. This is your moment. Get out there. Go in there. Get it. See it. Take pictures.
All right.
Be
I
there.
love you. See you later.
All right.
I'll
Love
talk
you
to
too.
you tomorrow.
See you, dude. Yeah, guys. So look, it's Christmas. It's not an extended time to be doing all this, but at the same time, I thought it was really good. We could have decided not to come on right now. It's easy to say no. We know we're all busy. We're with our family. We know Dom is possibly sleeping still. I don't know what's going on in California. But I think the one thing today, if you guys don't have the book, I like to definitely have a little bit more of the structure in the book. It helps me because I need those. I'm very much out of sight, out of mind. Hey.
I was going to say thank you.
Uncle Jason's gone right now. Oh. But you know what we can do? Why don't we do a video in like 5 minutes and then we'll send it to him.
Well,
okay.
You should hold it.
Yeah, I'll hold it for now. I'll see you soon. So out of sight, out of mind. The book helps. I need this thing. And so it helps me. And so the one thing that I loved about the meditation today, and I hope you guys too, look, we're not all, I mean, it's easy to fall, I think, into this thought, this feeling about Christmas, we're all together, blah, blah. I know there's not people together. One thing today about the meditation, which I loved, is that it talks about money, talks about what money can buy. This is a theme we brought up in the past. Did anyone else, guys, on the couch right now, did you guys read today? Did you guys read today, guys? Robbie, we'll see about walking later. I'll see where I'm at. Possibly, I probably can do it. Let's see, though. Might be traveling into Staten Island at the point to the in-laws. But the thing, okay, so the reading today, talking about the CEO of Kinko's at some point, talking about money, talking about his wealth. Is Kinko still a thing right now? I guess it must be. But talking all about what Kinko's was, the money that came from it, when talking about all of this, everything that's transpired, everything that person has now, right? His name was Paul. Forget his last name. Forget his last name. I took a picture of it earlier. But Paul, start with an O, but Paul was the kind of guy when he was reflecting about all of his success, right? Everything that was measured, all of this kind of stuff. He made sure that he knew that everything about the wealth that brought him, he didn't care about it at all. At least it's not what he focused on. But he measured his success by whether his kids wanted to be with him as adults. And so it was the thought of him making sure he's like, I don't care about the money. We know he does. It's okay. He said, I don't care about all the things. He probably did. That's okay. But the thing that I think he really is measuring, I think, the end of his life by is how big his table is, how much his kids as adults, how much time they want to spend with him, right? But whether it's true, whether it's not, I'll believe it. Why not, right? But it's the material stuff. Man, is it all about the material stuff right now? It's ridiculous. But, it's a moment, I think, with the kids, too. We're teaching gifting here. I like to bring the girls out, find something for mom, find something for sister, find something for other people, whatever it is. I think we bought $20 sunglasses from CVS. Great. Okay, you want to do that? You thought it was special. Mom needed that. Let's make sure. It's not about the material thing. It's not about the money. I don't care about $20 that this 5-cent piece of plastic was, but it was more the fact that my daughter can connect with my wife, the gifting aspect of it all, and making sure that it's not about the material thing. It's not about what is actually being given, but the act of giving. And so that's what I know I was thinking about. And so when Paul over here, he's talking from Kinko's, he's talking all about how at the end of the life, it's not about the material stuff, right? It's about creating the bonds, creating a bond with a family, with your kids, a strong one that they want to. And that's important, right? Because a lot of families can be connected. But I think what I'm kind of sitting in right now is that kind of feeling, that thought, that it's not just the bond that's there. The bond is always here, right? We're always going to be tied together, family, friends. Like there's always something that's going to be there. But I think that strong bond and the want, the desire to be together, I think is important, right? Do the people actually want to be with me at the end of my life? I don't need everybody, but I definitely want my kids to want to be there, whether they can or not. That's what I really, that's really what I hope, right? And even if they don't have to be, I hope my kids don't ever have to think they have to be with me, but that they want to be with me. There's a few things I think as a parent. You tell me, guys. You tell me. When I think about wanting to be a parent, where are my tabs over here? But when I'm thinking all about how I want my kids to see me, what my kids can definitely do, I want my kids to see me enjoying life so that they decide to enjoy life with me. What I don't want to be is that parent, that father that's sitting around and they feel as if there's just that need as a child, because I am dad's child. I have to be there. And I don't want that. And so a lot about life and living right now, I think, is about, what do we actually enjoy doing, so that we want to bring those thoughts and those memories really together. That's where my mind goes with some of these things. But gratitude. Let me get over there. Stay there for a second. I'd love for you guys to think about some gratitude right now. A little bit easier on Christmas. Also, Hanukkah. Hanukkah started yesterday, right? The first candle was lit yesterday. Do we have anyone celebrating Hanukkah right now? Right, the first candle, I believe. If I look at my Google Calendar over here, I think it says. I thought it told me it starts tomorrow. It says Hanukkah first day is tomorrow. So what is I don't understand where that is. At least that's what my calendar says. And then Kwanzaa starts tomorrow. Man, everything is packed in 1 week right here. But great time for all that. But as I kind of reflect here, just thinking about the idea, kind of what we've been doing, Christmas, decorating a tree, buying gifts for each other, gifting, been doing some baking cookies, never as much as MP. MP's always baking the cookies. He sent me cookies. We needed to do a cookie swap, a V-Dad's cookie swap. We didn't do it this year. We should. But I think that everything it kind of makes like these days kind of magical. I'm just grateful for that. Even look, we decorated the tree. It wasn't all smiles and laughter. I was nervous. There was going to be some things broken. Some things weren't being hung right. Not that I'm like that anal, but it's like, why are they all in one spot? That's going to fall off in 2 seconds. We're going to hit that when we walk by. It's not all smiles, but I think that's what kind of makes it this, right? Even yesterday, right? We did dinner at the in-laws. So grateful. My mother-in-law is such a host. She's so great. Is it all smiles? No. I brought up RFK with my father-in-law, and then I realized I'm never doing that again. Not all smiles, some laughter, not together, but it definitely is. I think at the end of the day, I'd rather have those difficult moments, right? The bickering, the arguing, the challenging moments, a little bit of debt that you kind of go in this time of year, pay it off as best as you can. Don't spend more than you need to. Eat the extra cookies, all that type of stuff right there, right? But it just makes me think, and I kind of challenge you guys too. I'm hoping that maybe this is going to be something you guys can think about. And if you got it, let me know. I don't know. Oh, Ryan, thank you so much. I appreciate you sharing. Thought and effort. Ooh, I like that. Not material at all, right? The thought and the effort before anything. Before we even said the word gift, we got thought and effort here. Grateful for the thought and effort that people put into gift giving. Oh, yeah. I'm not a good gift giver. I got to be honest. I'm not. Why am I not? Why do I think I'm not a good gift giver? What makes a good gift giver? A good gift giver? Orion, what makes a good gift giver to you? And I think I'm not. You know why? Because I definitely overthink it. I never think something is good enough. They're not going to like it anyway. I get anxious around gift giving. The best gifts I ever received: knives, appliances. Going back, other ones, thinking about gifts, like not around Christmas time. I remember my aunt gave me a whole envelope of old photos of my family. That was a really cool gift. I really enjoyed that. I want to say experiences, but for some reason, it's not sitting here as like the best gifts right there. So I definitely feel as if I'm just not a good gift giver. And I guess I don't know why, but then it makes me think that I'm not empathetic enough. I'm not kind enough. I don't know. I'm not giving enough. It's hard because then it makes me want to stop actually giving gifts. Oh man, that's not good. I don't want that. How can I be a better gift giver? I think just kind of like, again, I think the presence, being there, being grateful, at least if someone's kind of giving it to you too. But Orion, just to finish it out, I know it's not the most important part of Christmas. I'm not going to take it away from you if someone thinks that. It's okay. But it does allow us to think of others for a moment. Yeah. It reminds me people do listen sometimes. Oh, okay. Got it. So listening. K-Save, thank you so much. K-Save over here. Grateful for my family and all the friends I get to spend time with. K-Save, are all of your kids back, biological not? Are they all back with you right now? Denver, right? And some closer to home, I believe. Those are great times. Whew. What makes a good gift giver? I don't know, but yeah, I think it's a thought. Orion, I think you're definitely right there. I was thinking about some kind of thoughts and some questions and what to do. And it's weird kind of like being here right now and saying this, right? But like that idea, like what's like one way, everybody, that you are able to slow down. And I don't want to make this about kids as much. I feel like this is like, I think it's about kids and parenting. I feel a little bit like we get lost in the kids sometimes. And that's okay. I mean, it's parenting. It's what we got to do. But I also know that a lot of you, and I appreciate you so much for being here, from the parents that have older kids that aren't there right now, that maybe are spending time with their own families, maybe getting together, I don't know, doing a little Zoom session, maybe later, FaceTime. But what is one way that we can kind of slow down and be, focused and maybe a little more present with the kids today? If it's not the kids, the family. What can we do? Here's an easy one. Getting tired of it. Getting tired of the idea. Put down your phones. Yeah, I get it. Okay. I'll put my phone down. I'm trying to get monetized on X right now. I can't do that now. I definitely can. But I think it definitely is. What is that one thing? You know what it is? It's the same thing with meditation. Robbie, I believe you meditate, right? You definitely do. But you're the meditators out there. When I think about meditating, well, not me, but I know other people do. They think about meditating, they think about the absence of things, the absence of thinking. It's just stillness and it's not doing anything at all. But that's not what meditation is. I think meditation is completely something that it's very active in the mind. And I would say, not the body, but like body scans, thinking inside your head, outside your head. Why I'm saying this is because I think when we focus on being present, I think that a lot of times my mind goes to drop the phone, don't do this, just sit there. Well, I think the best way to be present is actually being proactive. I think proactive presence, and by that what I mean is, maybe it's for me. You guys, you let me know what you think about this. But I know for me, I definitely think about I need to be a little bit more proactively present by planning something, planning a game, doing a puzzle with my 3-year-old, my almost 4-year-old, making sure that I am, what am I thinking about with my older daughter? My older daughter, if I grabbed a book and said, hey, come listen to this book, she'd love it for like 2 minutes, but she'd love it. That's really what she wants to do. But I feel like being present is about planning. We can't just think about putting the phone down. Maybe that's why I feel tired of it, because it's just like, it feels lazy. Like being on your phone's lazy and then just putting it down and thinking the world's going to come to you and that's your presence. But be proactive with it. I think that's kind of it. Can we also plan certain things around like making sure that, think about this. You guys ever see those games, those like Christmas games, and like really it's like content creators make up these games and they like show them for social media. I always picture us as a family and it never worked out. It's like we're gonna set up the wine glasses on a piece of toilet paper and like pour it towards us without ripping it. We got to think about doing that. I don't know. But anyway, I got to be proactive. I got to plan something. If I think that I'm going to, yes, meditation is very intentional, Robbie. I 100% agree. And I think that it's definitely something here that is, I think presence is intentional. And I think when we think about our kids wanting to be with us, I want my kids to think back, like my dad was present, but just kind of sitting there. I want my dad up there. I don't know. Maybe they're going to remember me making everything sourdough. I'm not sure, but it's definitely something where like dad was in the kitchen. He was cooking. Dad was playing a puzzle with me. Dad grabbed a book and told me he was going to read it. I read it, guys. This is my thing. I love it. I was thinking of actually reading this. I might do it later. We'll see. We'll see. A Christmas Carol, my favorite story in the whole world. Because some people are a grump. I love when a grump becomes not a grump. And so my favorite story in the world, it is, see you, Craig. My dad loves sourdough. I want that. I want my girls to grow up and I want a tattoo, not on their, I don't know, wherever. I want a tattoo that says, my dad loves sourdough. But A Christmas Carol, I read it last night. And to be honest, maybe we'll leave it here for today. Just like today, being present, making sure our family is there. I love reading A Christmas Carol, not the whole thing, because it's dense when you get into it, right? But A Christmas Carol, the story. We have this older version of the book, and when I end up reading it, there's this scene I think that we all are aware of. Have you guys seen The Christmas Carol? Craig, you were a grumpy? Craig, tell us, why were you grumpy? You got home and the stupid dogs had ripped the rubbish bin apart inside the house and there was rubbish everywhere. Plus it's like hot, Craig, down there, I know. So like the garbage sitting around, not going to be so great. Sorry, man, that's tough. What'd you do? Did you just jump in, pick it up? I'm sorry, Craig. I hope it got better. I know it's late now. It's almost bedtime for you. But A Christmas Carol, tying everything together. Of course, you cleaned it up, I know. But A Christmas Carol, there's a scene where Scrooge is taken to see, Tiny Tim's house. He's seeing, his the man that he employs, and he is looking at his family. This is like in the moment, right? It's Christmas Day, right? It's Ghost of Christmas Present showing Scrooge this and showing the family that's getting ready for dinner. And I love this scene. I do. I really love this, right? And the whole family is in together, all the Cratchits. Bob Cratchit is not there yet. Stay with me, people. Stay with me. Christmas Carol, right? Charles Dickens, favorite story, favorite movie. Also, favorite movie, the Jim Carrey version is the best one. I don't care. Stop telling me Mickey is. Mickey's Christmas Carol is not it. Okay? It's there. I'm with you. I love you. But the Cratchits, the Ghost of Christmas Present, Scrooge. The Ghost of Christmas Present brings Scrooge to the Cratchits. The scene opens at the doorstep of the Cratchit house. And you look inside, and Mrs. Cratchit is there. And then 3 of the Cratchit children are. It's like the middle children, right? The oldest is not there, and the youngest is not there. The oldest, Martha Cratchit, well, she kind of moved out. She's working, she's doing her thing, but she's planning to come home for Christmas. Tiny Tim, we know Tiny Tim. We don't want him to die. Hobbling over. We got Tiny Tim. Bob's not there yet because Bob's with Tiny Tim at church. But inside the Cratchit house, Mrs. Cratchit is just getting everything ready. But I love this. Stay with me. Stay with me. Mrs. Cratchit's there. Mrs. Cratchit, she is, as the book tells us, she is dressed up in a twice turned out dress. I'm really trying to pull this out of my mind right now. A twice turned out dress. I love breaking down how Charles Dickens had written this. Twice turned out dress, right? So she's repurposing this dress. She's dressed up in ribbons. And that's what's making her feel beautiful, it says. Now, if you don't know, dressing up with ribbons and putting ribbons all over your dress then and in your hair, that was the way that someone knew that they were getting ready for a party, but that was the poor way of doing it, right? Whether it was going to be I don't know what else it would have been, like lace and whatever else. But she was ribbons all over the place, right? She's just she's all over the place. She doesn't know what's going on. But I love how they're painting the picture. The family's kind of rushed around. They're really excited, by the way, right? So you have one of the Cratchit boys. I think it was like maybe the first oldest Cratchit boy. It talks about him being dressed up in Bob Cratchit's oversized clothes, but he's feeling like, you can kind of picture this like poor family just getting excited for this Christmas dinner. And so what's going on is that the Cratchit boy, he's kind of like fussing with the potatoes over the fire over there. And then all of a sudden, two of the Cratchit kids, they blow into the house. And they're like so excited because they're like, hey, we just went by the bakery and we can smell our goose cooking. This is exciting, right? A goose was the cheap meat to eat then. And a lot of these homes in old time London, I don't even know what this year was, but they didn't have these big stoves to cook things. So their goose, this cheap bird, was being cooked at the bakery. And then the families would go get it and they would bring it home because they couldn't cook it at home. So the kids ran over and they smelled it. Oh, they're so excited. The family is just so grateful. But again, in this setting, it's this poor little home, right? We have these people dressed, they're sharing clothes, they're dressed in ribbons, like all of these great things. And I love it. I love this scene. All of a sudden, Martha, who had moved out, the oldest Cratchit girl, she moved out and she is saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm late. I didn't know this. And she's excited. She's like, Mom, we had to work last night. She's working on Christmas Eve really late, right? Probably telling us that she is also, poor, right? The family is not coming from us, but doesn't matter. I was working late, but I'm here right now, right? They're so grateful. That's what this whole thing's about, this whole scene. And then all of a sudden, all the brothers and sisters are seeing her and they're really excited. And then what they say is, oh my gosh, we see Dad and Tiny Tim, right? So Bob Cratchit, Tiny Tim are coming from church. They're hobbling down. And how it's explained is Bob Cratchit has this comforter. He has this comforter wrapped around him and it's all like tattered. And so they're coming in. Doesn't matter. They tell us what he looks like. The people, like the Cratchits, aren't fazed, but they're excited. Bob Cratchit walks in, but doesn't know that just before he walked in, all the family told Martha, who Bob Cratchit has missed, right? Because his oldest daughter has moved out. He said, Martha, hide behind the door. Hide behind the door. Surprise, Dad. So Bob Cratchit walks in. Tiny Tim walks in too. He's like hobbling. But then Dad walks in. He goes, oh, we're here. So we're back with Tiny Tim. He goes, where's Martha? Right? And then Mrs. Cratchit goes, oh, she's not coming. She had to work late, right? All this kind of stuff. So she's basically saying, oh, she's just not going to show up. He's really upset. But then Martha behind the door sees him and she's like, I can't keep you sad. So she blows over, gives him a hug. They're just loving life right now. Everyone's happy, right? Doesn't matter. Money wasn't a thing. Families getting together. They're really excited. It's just all about Christmas. Kids disperse. Martha, Bob, they're talking. Mrs. Cratchit, right? The mom, the wife, asks Bob Cratchit, right? Kids aren't around right now. Hey, how was church? How's Tiny Tim? Because he's not doing well, right? We got Tiny Tim. He's going along. He's ill. But then Tiny Tim, they're kind of painting the picture right now. And Bob says, he's doing all right. And so he says, Tiny Tim in church, he was sitting there. And it's amazing to think he's this crippled boy and he's sitting by himself all day long. And the thoughts, like Bob's like, these thoughts are crazy because he's sitting in church. And what he says to me is he says, Dad, I hope people see me. I hope people see me, the crippled boy, and they understand. Now, I am not a religious man, but I love this message. But Tiny Tim says, Dad, I hope people see me, the crippled boy. I hope they see me and they appreciate all that God is able to do and see the crippled boy, but I'm still able to live and be here. It's such a cool message. Like he doesn't care. He doesn't care, the struggles that he has. He hopes people sees him as a sign of hope on Christmas. That's really cool too. And so he's like, I can't believe it, Martha. Like, Martha, can't believe it. What's this? They just say Mrs. Cratchit. I don't even know if she has a name. She has a first name. I just don't remember what it was. But sharing it, they're sad. They kind of know that Tiny Tim is not doing well. He's kind of on his, anything could happen. I mean, kids just died of cold then. So, right. I don't even know what diseases were happening then. Shout out. Vaccines, the right ones. I got it. I'm not starting fights here, okay? Ones that work, ones that have been 10 to 15 years tested. Not going to rush these. Don't hate me. Don't leave yet. Don't leave. Anyway, so family, I'm not done yet. I'm coming, right? Christmas Carol, Charles Dickens. It's Christmas Day. Goes to Christmas present. They're in the Cratchit house. Everyone, I mean, it's poor. I mean, look, Charles Dickens painted this picture well. I love this. I think I gotta do this reading. I was planning to be on this for 15 minutes, by the way. We're at 33 minutes right now. This is my favorite story. And it's all connected today. It's all about making us grateful. But we're in this, we Ghost of Christmas Present, Scrooge as they're watching on the inside, right? The family's now all together. Everybody's there. Everyone's dressed in ribbons and oversized clothes. They're poor. We know this. Finally. The goose. Those are the two kids. They ran back. They got the goose that comes then. Oh, it's there. They put it in the middle of the table, right? They're pulling things together. And I love this part because this is where Charles Dickens paints this picture of the family starting to get together at the table. None of their dishware matches. It doesn't matter. Everyone's excited. They even start talking about the portions. There's not a lot of portions here. It's not a lot for a big family. No one cares though. Everyone's just so excited to be together. Everyone's excited to be having, and they talk about like cutting into the goose right away, as Mr. Cratchit says, and just oozing out stuffing with sage and onions. We actually made this meal. I went back and I got all of the ingredients for the food that they talked about within this part of the story. We made it last year. It's pretty cool. They have the potatoes. They put that on the table, but everyone's just together and they kind of cheers and they have it. And they're just so excited. They're so happy to be together. It doesn't matter. The portions are small. It's cold. The Tiny Tim's dying, but everyone's happy to be together. And I think that's pretty cool. And so then what happens is they finish up. We have Mrs. Cratchit. She's nervous. No one knows why. Mrs. Cratchit's nervous because in the backyard, I don't even know why. I try to look into this. But in the backyard, they have dessert boiling. Is that what it is? I don't even know what this dessert was, by the way. But it's like Christmas pudding. Apparently, she was nervous because it could be undercooked or overcooked. That's basically what it was. And so she's back there. And I love what Charles says here. It's like, it could be undercooked. It could be overcooked. And then he gets serious. He's like, or someone just could have hopped over their fence and stolen it. I'm like, my God. Man, that would have been tough. Imagine someone just jumping in the backyard and stealing dessert. Why are we cooking dessert in the backyard, Charles? I don't even know. Mrs. Cratchit, get your shit together. Anyway, she goes in the back. She's nervous. She goes out and she grabs this little pot. She grabs this pot. I guess that's what it was. I tried to look into this more. I don't know. Is it figgy pudding? I'm not really sure what it was. But grabs it, brings it inside. She's still nervous. She pops on the table. Everyone knows. That's what this is big. I love what Charles Dickens says. He says, everybody notices that it's not a big serving of dessert, but no one dares say a thing because it's not about that. It's not about how much dessert everyone's going to get. It's about the effort, right? Orion, coming back to you right now. It's about the gift. She wanted to show her love through food, but she put it in the middle of the table. No one was about to say a thing about how little was there. And so they all have it. They enjoy it. Everyone's still together. They're at the table. All these kids want to be together. How amazing is this? I got clients texting me their weights right now. It's Christmas. Chill the fuck out. But it finally ends. I'm coming to the end. Stay with me here. But it finally comes to the end. And the family's eaten. Things are cleaned up. I love that. They mentioned that they clean everything up. They grab cups again. And if you read the book, this passage, maybe I'll do it. I will, gosh, these texts are getting me right now. They grab a bunch of cups. None of the cups match. They're like drinking out of like broken saucers, like they're mentioning this. But on the fire, they have their Christmas drink. It's like gin. They're giving kids gin now. I don't know. Should we be giving kids gin these days? It's gonna make them sleep better. But gin and lemon sounds good when they explain it. They're kind of getting it. So they're all sitting around. They say, I don't know why this is such a big thing when he says this, but Charles Dickens writes, And then Bob Cratchit asks the family to get into a circle, knowing full well it's going to be a half circle. I don't know why this line is in the book. Whenever I read it, I'm like, what? Do we have to say that it wasn't really a circle? Like, give Bob a break. He's got a lot going on. Anyway, family gets into a half circle around the fire, the hearth. They're cheersing. And this is the moment, if you guys ever watched the movie, where they end up saying, they're kind of cheersing. And, Bob Cratchit's like, and to Mr. Scrooge. And then like, whew, Mrs. Cratchit bumps in like, ugh. Fuck Scrooge. You're the first one to know he's not a nice guy, right? It kind of goes off. Bob says, chill. It's okay. It's okay. Mrs. Cratchit, chill. You know what? Even if Scrooge is an unhappy man, he still has given us the chance to be together with even the little money we have. It's all about gratitude. Anyway, they cheers. This is the moment where Tiny Tim's like, bless us, one, whatever. It's like, it's cool. It ends. It's like a nice little moment. But anyway, the family being together, like just the picture that it's painted. I love it. I read this every year. This year was tough. I don't know. I didn't have the most Christmas spirit raging through me like some years, maybe because it wasn't warm. It was a little bit warmer earlier, and I'm not sure anyway. But we're here now. I read it last night as my girls were falling asleep. I continued reading after it, but this is probably like 4 pages long, this whole part of the story. It's a great thing to read every year. I'd love to read it aloud one time. Maybe I'll do it later today. But it's good. Anyway, guys, be grateful for your family. We're well over time, coming up to 40 minutes right now. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Be grateful for everyone around you, everything that you have. And I am honored to come on here and talk with you guys. So I'm going to go spend time with my family. I got some sourdough everything to make. I got bread, I got cookies, got pancakes coming up. All right, dudes, we love you all. We will see you at some point, but give love to your family. We'll talk to you soon. All right, guys, take care.